G'day, I'm Peter Sheahan and welcome to Flip on Fox Business. I look different, I sure as heck sound different, and I'm hoping by the end of the show you'll be thinking different. Business today requires new perspectives. We're going to need to think counterintuitively and act boldly with disregard for business as usual. And that's the difference. The ability to take unconventional thinking and apply it to conventional business practices. It's the key to Flip. Massive study just got finished, not published yet, looking at who made the most money in the recent upswing, but didn't study what they did in the upswing, studied what they did in the last recession. Here is what they found, that the businesses, the brands that continued to innovate, to take risks and do cool new stuff, even when the market was getting pummeled, they nailed it on the upswing. No one will know the difference between a real Gucci bag and a fake Gucci bag. And she said, yes, they can. And I said, how? She said, stitching. I said, $1,450 worth of stitching. She said, yes. Is it possible that the story that drives your behaviour changes depending on your experience of life? No one buys legal services based on the quality of your brochure. They just don't. They don't even read your brochure. Yeah, there's some really pretty ones, I get it, right? Why do they buy? What makes someone engage a legal firm? Yet someone says, you got to talk to, Samantha, she's the best litigator in X I've ever met. You need to talk to Cam, he is the man when it comes to these kind of transactions. You need to talk to, they don't even say the firm half the time. They say the what? The person, but we're so paranoid about building the person's reputation, because what happens if you build their brand? Now everyone's going to want them. That's what people in training say. Oh, you don't want to train people today because all you do, train them up and then they leave. What's the worst alternative? You don't train them and they stay. What's your worst alternative? You don't build their brand and they underperform. They don't draw in. Like, professional service marketing is never a push activity, is it? It's always a pull activity. It's never about interrupting people doing what they want. It's always about positioning experts as the go-to person in their field. So as an organisation, what do? 3 things. 1, you do the relationship-connected culture stuff that we only talked a really little bit about, because then instead of leaving every 2 years, they leave every 3, and your return on investment from 2 to 3 years is exponentially better than from 1 to 2. Second thing you do is you create sideways ladders within the pyramid, so you allow these lateral movements to take place without going vertical, but you make sure they don't happen outside of the organisation. And 3, you love them when they go. Not because they'll come back, that's the greatest illusion ever. They don't. But so they say nice things about you when they're gone. And the same principle would apply for these guys as customers, given they're fleeting between one brand and the next.
I remember I was at a symposium, for lack of a better word, you were conducting. It was a tour de force, I might say, Peter.
I'll see you on the flip side.